Quietness on set. What do I say?
Quietness on set.
What did I say? Shh. What do you want to say?
Speed in.
What episode?
Speed in.
16. Oh. Speed in. You lot, yeah? Filthy at 5, episode 60. Come on. 6-0.
Miles has now achieved a lifetime ambition
Of a clapper.
Last night, England lost the Euros.
Do you know what? I'm delighted. You know what? No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because when Undertaker lost his streak to Brock Lesnar, I was mad for about 26 hours, and no one cared. So I'm getting everyone back. It doesn't matter.
No, that's bullshit. Because
what do you mean?
Nah,
Undertaker's streak.
No,
the streak. It's bullshit.
You were putting messages in the group like your legs were swinging.
Who?
You said. He said when England beat Denmark. What did you say? What did you send me?
What else did you tell me?
You said I'm emotional.
Oh yeah, I'm the final. England came second, and you lot are pissed off.
I'm not pissed off.
Man.
Second's nothing, man.
Nah, man.
No, second's good.
Second's nothing, man.
Second's good, man.
Second's nothing.
It's progression from the last
100.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing is, which upsets me, is the fact that it's at home, innit? We played 5 of our 6 games at home. I think the selections for the final were horrible.
No.
They were, man. Bro,
no.
they took off it. I was there.
So
It was there. The TV is different.
It's the truth.
I got a better view.
No, he was there. The TV is better. No, my seats are very good. No, honestly, jokes aside, yeah, bro. The players were tired. Italian players were tired, and he took off Verratti. He took off some very good player. Chiesa, he took him off. Yeah, I felt at that time we had a stronger bench. We should have brought on better players to actually attack the game. I feel since we scored a goal, we sat back, and I think that's the problem. You can't do that at home.
Aren't you lot speaking ideally though? Like you look at the way England plays, pretty self-explanatory. You got 2 DMs. They had 5 at the back. They don't really play like positive football. It's quite negative football. And in Italy, sorry, but Italy played good football and have played good football throughout the tournament. So when you lot were sitting back and they had like 79% possession, I was like, yeah, but this is how England play. Like if you're expecting them to change now,
It's
silly,
fine,
innit?
man. It's fine.
I
It's
think
fine.
this is good.
Listen.
Done well.
If you look at the record, England don't beat Italy. You know, Italy always do them over. You know, if you look
I
at
don't
the
think
record,
that's
it's
a
normal.
great Italy team. I think
not
they're
Nah.
coached by.
But you can't what?
I don't think the
97
gap is-
Ian Wright.
I think they're coached by a great manager.
The best manager in the competition.
Exactly.
Well, one of the two. And I think Luis Enrique was the other one, and he beat Enrique on penalties. And he beat England on penalties. I actually think if you say, oh, he should have beat Italy, England should have beat Italy. I think you're ignoring a lot.
No, I'm not. I tweeted it. I said that
England scored too early.
Italy look final bound. They look like a more complete team. But that's down to the manager. I think the way Italy play, and I said this before, like Italy have got something that England don't have. They've got that.
Ballers.
They're willing to be ballers and they're willing to be cunts in the game, like what Bonucci did. Was it Bonucci when he grabbed
Chiellini.
Sorry, Chiellini when he grabbed Saka. Yeah, that's something that is elite. That's real, but that's shithouse-free football. That's what gets you to where they essentially got. And I feel like we're
They
lacking.
only had 2 of those. They had 2
I
of
feel like
those.
we was lacking something in that game. I think we wasn't as strong because for a long period of that game we was trailing.
I just think
Scored too early.
I never thought England were under threat though. Like I thought they were in control of what was happening, especially when they scored straight away. But I never felt like Italy were like, oh, they're so dominant that the goal's coming. I didn't feel the goal was coming. I felt like England could have rode it out.
Verratti,
Do you ever
Barella.
feel like
From that goal, what chance do you remember England created?
that was the only problem?
That was the only goal.
That was the only
Point, though,
problem.
and I think we had players on the bench that could effectively created at least one clear-cut chance that would have at least put another goal on the score sheet, and we didn't have that, bro. We allowed them to score, which was a shit goal they conceded.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know, how did that even happen?
Yeah, it goes against
Save
the
from
whole.
Pickford, and then it just
And that was a great save, by the way.
It's a very good save.
Pickford was good throughout the game, good in the penalties. I just think it came down to 2 different styles, and I think the style that England used throughout to get to the, the final.
I don't even
if
wanna-
they played better opposition, maybe they wouldn't even got this far. So well done for getting this
they
far.
beat
Well
Germany.
done for
That's
getting
what
to
I'm
the
saying.
final. Like,
That's
well
what we
done,
should- we
England.
should
There's so many
celebrate.
reasons to be negative.
should
but
celebrate
there's
runners
no
up.
If they did- well, if they
positive.
did beat
runners up,
Germany,
man.
Well done, bro.
If England ever beat Germany, Germany would have been in the final. So that's what
Yeah, Denmark, Ukraine, like
That's what I
they
mean,
were
like,
gonna beat
Germany
those two
would
teams.
have been in the
England
final.
always beat them.
Germany is a very, very, very good team, right? But I'll say Italy, their
England did well, man.
midfield and their defense is so top tier. Right, why you're saying it's not a good team is because their attack's not elite. You know what I mean? Innit? but their midfield, they control the game. Goals are gonna happen.
Loons, the relationships, isn't it? See Cellini and Bonucci, and then Verratti and
It's
Jorginho.
like 10 years.
Them man like move like best friends.
10
cuz.
years.
Like, it was just
Verratti,
honestly,
Jorginho, and
but,
Barella.
but England didn't suffer for that. Like obviously, England couldn't attack it the way they wanted to because that's the best central defensive pairing.
can I ask
I think
this,
we said that in the
Always,
episode.
always has
Do
been.
you think, guys, that
Declan played well.
that the subs that Gareth Southgate made any difference to the team?
No.
Do you feel like he should have made different subs?
I think Hendo should have come on earlier. I think Sancho had. You see, this is the substitutions I would have made. No disrespect to Marcus Rashford's top player, but I wouldn't have brought him on unless I was putting him unless I was going down the middle 4-4-2. Do you know what I'm saying? Innit? I want to bring him on.
But you can't even really mention Rashford because he didn't even come on like that. He came on for
No,
2
but
seconds.
it's just like those penalty substitutions. That's tired legs you got out there. When you're playing football, you want to at least have your heart beat and have a little sweat on you.
Yeah, I know, he
Do you know what I
fought
mean?
to that,
Before
he
you
fought
take
to
a penalty, going in there all stiff-legged and that. And you know what I'm saying?
And my boy said the same thing.
You're
Was it
watching the
Courtney?
game. You're
Courtney
literally
said
watching the
this.
game. You're a fan, and then someone's like, "Boom, bang, go and take a penalty."
I
Do you know what
think,
mean?
I think that's too. Look, I'm not.
I
saying,
can't agree with that,
There's
man.
no
Fuck the
definite,
subs.
right?
Fuck
But
the
I think that's too easy.
Kieran Trippier,
That's
I
not
should have
easy.
took.
I think if you'd have gone to
Free
that
kick
penalty
taker.
shootout, if you'd have gone to if you,
Why?
but bro, if you'd have gone into that penalty shootout and then they missed 3 penalties, and then the next day someone comes out and goes, these guys were missing penalties all the way through training all summer, and you go, why? Who was scoring penalties? Saka, Sancho, Rashford. These guys bagged every time in training. You're going to be going, why didn't he just put them on? They only need a few minutes. Put them on. They're going to score the penalties. Penalties are penalties, bro.
That's
They
why.
lost
That's
on
why.
fucking
That's why they
penalties.
should scrap penalties. What sport was it you said to me they keep playing till?
Yeah, that's most sports. Yeah, basketball. They
That's
just
it.
keep going.
Scrap
keep going.
penalties, man.
No, but in a sense, I
Scrap that
wouldn't say
stuff.
penalties are penalties though. Like you can give some context to the situation. Personally, I still think Southgate's done amazing and it went wrong. But
Come
to
out
give
the job.
such responsibility to I don't know, Saka and them lot towards the latter stages, I would have made maybe Kane take the 5th one, maybe Maguire.
Mbappe took the 5th one for France.
I know, but Kane and Mbappe are 2 different people. Kane's been banging in penalties.
Yeah,
for
but look
as
at
long
the
as I can
intention, though,
remember.
behind it,
Do you know
though.
what I'm saying? And I think Kane, I don't know, I trust Kane. I
think
trusted
different.
Maguire.
Either way,
I didn't trust
yeah.
the last 3,
I
unfortunately.
think starting with Harry Maguire and Harry Kane, they slotted their 2 penalties, innit?
I would have never started with Kane, though.
But again, we needed some goals on the board,
you
innit?
can't. How
You need
much
to start
thinking?
strong. Like you can't say you can't.
not
I
about
can't
how much
believe
thinking.
you can't
You men are
start
being
a pen-
tactical penalties.
Yeah, bro. You can't.
It's
start a
gambling.
penalty shootout.
It's gambling. Roll
You
the
can't start a
dice.
penalty shootout expecting to
Any
miss the first
7
2
numbers on the dice.
and then score the first 3. the
Listen,
remaining
when you
3.
saw Harry Maguire step up, were you thinking, of
thought he was
course?
gonna miss.
Yeah, I did, you
No,
know.
but it was the best penalty of the tournament.
It was a
He
bad boy
absolutely-
penalty.
and he
Because-
he sliced it,
Bro, and the reason that they'd have had him take it is because I'm guarantee you in training, all the way through, he's been banging them, and they've been going, he's taking one if we get to a shootout. He's taking
What
one.
about the fact that Jack Grealish has come out to say that
That's bullshit.
I
rate
rate
that.
that. Be missing
I
that.
rate-
He might
I
be
rate that.
missing
I don't
it.
rate
Because a lot of
I
people
don't rate
saying that raw.
I don't rate that. I
Because
don't
for
rate
me, I know that Jack wanted to take a penalty.
Yeah, but
Of
there's
course,
a
who wouldn't
difference,
want to?
though.
That's a grown man. He would always take
Yeah,
a penalty.
I
Yeah,
would
but
see them
Sterling
taking a
and
penalty.
Sterling as well. I've seen Sterling do.
Personally, I thought Luke Shaw should have been taking a penalty as well. I think, bro, what do you mean? He scored the goal. He's one of our best
he's a
set piece
left.
takers as well when it comes to delivery into the box.
Jack-
I'm sure he can smash
That-
it. into
that
the
for
back
me-
of the
for
net.
He's not in the top 5 penalty takers.
For me, that Jack Grealish tweet, cool, you did what you did. I think it's a cop-out. Because if you really wanted to take a penalty and you saw those young boys stepping up
At the
before
end of the
you...
day, Southgate's
No, I don't
Say
care.
that.
I don't
Southgate's
care. My
decision,
bad. Stop
bro.
Don't jump on me. Whatever, go on.
Marge, you can't stop him, man. I think you're handing a list and it's got that names on it.
I think Miles is right.
That's why.
All I'm saying...
I think man bottled it.
One
Yeah,
second.
but
I
Specs,
think man
Specs,
bottled it.
Specs,
One
let's not
second.
forget. Let's not
One
forget.
second.
Gareth just brought on 2 guys
can't
for
change
2
your
minutes
fifth taker.
that were definitely taking
I'm
penalties.
disputing
So
that.
there
One
was a
second.
plan in place.
I think there was some
Clearly
wassios there that said,
There was
you know,
some
I'm not-
pussios there. There was some pussios there.
Honestly,
ain't one of them.
Some of them looked at Chris
I don't
Powell.
know.
Poet,
We don't know that, though. We don't know that.
You know what he basically done? His brethren got rushed and he went online and said, I would have backed it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
why didn't you back
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Bro, did you not?
That's what
see
he done.
Nah, that's
Southgate,
me.
hold on,
That's
hold
me.
on.
That's what he done. He basically
me.
he's
Did you
defended
not see
himself.
Southgate
I would have took
pointing
a
and
penalty.
picking people, bro?
I would have took a penalty.
Southgate's picking
I would have got
people, bro.
picked, but he didn't ask me. Stand up and say, I'm taking
He
it.
said
Okay,
I
well,
want to
sorry,
take
Kepa.
one.
Listen,
if the
bro,
goofer says
at the
cool,
end of the day, yeah, at the
you're
end of
not
the day,
taking
yeah.
one, then you're not taking
Hey,
one.
Miles got a
Look,
battery in his pack.
look.
cuz.
Nah, this
English,
bullshit,
I
bro.
hear you. You're English.
There's footage, innit? If it was a thing where it was just said behind closed door, then cool, you can actually have that energy. But bro, there's a video of Southgate picking the players.
And-
so what? So Grealish is gonna go? No, well, you're not. No,
I've been
going.
picked for a pen. I said no. I've been picked.
It's not
School
gonna
team.
happen,
They
bro.
said. I said no.
I loved it.
Yeah, it's not like you can't force me.
And this is
force me.
and this is not
Probably
us
would never play for the team again.
taking shots at all
I've
the
seen
players.
him walk away from penalties.
I'm
love
not
it.
taking a
I like
pen.
penalties.
I would never take a pen.
What is
I
it
don't
about
like
penalties that makes you want to take it?
Bruv, come on, boy. It's the final. The England fans are waiting. Remember, they've broke into the stadium, man. They've broken. So people are standing.
Chunks is wearing a waistcoat.
Chunks is wearing a waistcoat. Harry's there with sunglasses.
Yeah, of course.
So now I'm
What was people standing up for it?
He ain't taking this.
Vuj was just on TV at the flipping
Vuj was
Wimbledon.
just with
Now
just
he's
Djokovic.
over there.
Djokovic, he's gone over there.
Tigo's lying down with flipping loons and margs in Ibiza, and I'm going to take this penalty, brother. You mad? I am saying no. And you can't force me. I'm a grown ass man with spotlights in my house. I'm not taking the pen.
I'll be honest.
I think
I don't like penalties.
But Specs, I agree with you. I think
Man,
there
like
is
pressure,
a.
pressure box.
Pressure,
Some
bro.
Pressure makes
Pressure,
five
boss.
diamonds.
But at the same, go on, put it in.
I just think you see,
I like
like
pressure.
I would prefer a situation like a penalty situation like that. I want someone that's been there numerous times. I understand in training what you've done, that's fantastic, but you don't train in front of 60,000 people, actually 75,000 because you're right, people broke in. That's a whole different environment. And if you're not up there ready for that type of, I wouldn't trust it. Rashford, I thought he'd be ready for that. But Sancho and Saka, I wouldn't have given that responsibility. Grealish is a man that's been captain for his
and then
team.
you gotta remember as well,
He's had
the
responsibility.
But it goes
the
like what Tigo
goalkeeper-
says, man.
the
It goes
goalkeeper-
with Scott Tigo says, man. Like, those five probably were the top five in penalty
He said
shootouts.
it in the interview.
But can I
That's
say
it.
something? That's cool. That's cool. That's great. We can all do penalties and we could take top bins penalties in training. But there's some players on that pitch that took the penalty that's never taken a penalty for their club. They've never been under that pressure. There's some players that was on that pitch that's taken penalties for their clubs and been under
He's got a
pressure
point,
and
man.
they fucking hit.
I-
Like
I- I'm
crazy.
saying,
They
bro,
hit.
they've
He's
been
got a
there.
point.
But there are also players who've never taken a penalty for their clubs who smashed them.
I've
top
never seen
bins.
Harry
Yeah,
Maguire.
but because he's a
I've
captain.
seen
That's
one.
all right, cool.
But he's a
That's
captain.
it.
He's
but
got that mentality.
Never
when have you
nah,
seen?
man,
When,
we
no,
can't
wait,
make
wait. When have
excuses,
you
He's not
seen?
man.
making excuses.
When have
Yeah.
you? When have you seen Saka scared? When have you seen Saka
Never.
back down?
Never.
Never. I'm
Never.
trusting him.
Oh, I
I'm
saw him.
trusting him.
I
Bro,
saw
that
him
makes a
scared
man
yesterday.
of him. That
Because
makes a
it-
man.
bro,
That makes
listen,
a man, bro.
I don't know what
That's ridiculous.
19-year-old
That's
yeah,
ridiculous.
has played
That's
at that
ridiculous.
level and reached a final in his first ever major competition. Then
Brother.
having to go and take a fucking penalty to win.
Miss it,
I love
yeah.
it.
Potential, bro.
love
It's a
it.
lot of pressure,
that's-
bro.
I love
it.
Bro,
I
I
love
watched
it.
And a
it.
lot of people that's more experienced than him would have crumbled because there's been
Many
penalty
more
shootouts.
experienced
And
players
there's been
have.
penalty bro.
Roberto
John
Baggio,
Terry,
Chris
We're not
Waddle.
John Terry.
All of
Listen,
them.
some year fours.
Nicholas Anelka.
Some year
All of
fours
them.
can't
Andrei
score.
Shevchenko. They've all missed
All
big
done
penalties.
him.
Ronaldo's missed
Crespo.
big penalties.
Listen,
Exactly.
Miss-
So
Messi.
like he's 19.
it's
bro.
happened to me, bruv. It's happened to me in year 4, taking a penalty against a year 6 kid. That year 6 kid looks like my dad in goal. I can't score. He's too big. Donnarumma.
Donnarumma.
You're in training. You're looking at Pickford. You're looking at Johnson. You're taking penalty against this guy.
pro,
When
you
you're looking
can't
at
be
Donnarumma now,
Picks up the whole goal.
your
As
whole
a pro, you cannot be thinking.
The goal
that.
is
It's
smaller.
Specs. I like
What?
he gets bigger and
Donnarumma.
bigger. No, bro, he gets bigger and bigger.
Donnarumma.
You start at the halfway line, and then by the time you get to the edge of the area,
Rashford sent him shot though.
who?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. But
I
I
think
hate that.
that
shit.
1 year 4 kid, that's fine.
I
But you're not
think,
him.
yeah, you're supposed to ras that.
100.
You're supposed to beat Donnarumma with pace because you can't beat him.
Listen,
can't beat him with
listen.
pace.
No, you
Jorginho.
can place it. You can send him.
But
Eyes
the
him up.
penalties that he didn't save got dispatched, bro.
Listen,
I'm not being-
Jorginho is recognised as one of the best penalty takers in the world,
And he missed.
he missed.
And he missed.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh yeah, but he should have been this guy. Should have been. Jorginho missed.
Tigo.
Tigo, do you know what it's
Don't
bad though?
say that,
Tigo, it's 3 of them in a
Jorginho,
row.
Bruno
Yeah,
Fernandes,
man.
It's
Ward-Prowse, top tier penalty.
it's game management. What Saka taking a
It's
penalty?
not. The game was
What?
over.
No, but listen,
Game's
listen.
over.
No, listen. Yeah, the game's over. But you're picking a player to take the penalty at the wrong time. If Saka took the third penalty or the second penalty and he missed, he's still got a player.
But you can
who's
still
a-
miss.
no, one
You-
sec, he's still got a player.
You just don't. You're just unhappy that he's the Arsenal guy. Was the
I
one who
don't
missed
care
the
about
penalty.
Arsenal. I don't care about
So if he
Arsenal
missed the
guy.
third
Forget
penalty,
the
you wouldn't
Arsenal guy.
care.
I don't care about the Arsenal guy.
He's upset by the way.
3 players missed
an English
penalties.
No, it's the
English
fact
guy.
that no,
Proper
it's the fact
English.
I care
It's
that the fact
coming
he put that
out. It's coming.
19-year-old under pressure like
He
that.
booed. He
That's
booed.
what I care about.
Behave yourself, man. He gets
That's what I care
money,
about.
bro. He's a professional footballer.
Someone like Gareth Southgate, who's been in that situation, he's taken a penalty and he
That's
doesn't
why
really.
you. That's why
Get
I
out your
don't
feelings,
understand why
man.
people
The guy-
are
You need to
overthinking this.
protect
Hey,
that
but
guy.
Mo,
You've got
Mo,
other guys
Mo.
on the pitch
It's
who can
gonna-
take
Bro,
a
I
penalty.
can't lie to you,
It's
yeah.
gonna happen
Let me
to
be
you.
real with you. The only thing we need
It's
to
a
protect
cop-out,
Saka
man.
from
It's a
is the
fucking
racist
cop-out.
abuse. This is part of football,
Yes,
bro.
bro.
And I'm
is
guarantee
the
you, I gave
greatest
you one
players
thing,
done
yeah.
that, bro.
I guarantee you one thing, yeah. Most of the players that we idolize right now have had this L.
If Gareth Southgate said, "You're 19, you've had this season. Every time we've put you on the pitch, you've said, not scared, lion heart, running, taking players on, cutting back, causing goals, getting assists, all this stuff," and he said, the fifth penalty should be you. You represent this team. Because Luke Shaw said it in interviews. He said, that's the guy. Everyone loves this guy. If that's why Gareth Southgate said, you should take that penalty. He doesn't look at him and think, your technique's going to be shit.
No, bro.
He doesn't think, oh.
I'm not, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I don't know about that as justification.
No, you can't. It's not
No,
justification.
I'm saying if that is the reason.
That is the reason.
See, that could have said no.
No, that's the reason why Saka took the penalty. Definitely.
I'm sure, yeah.
But my point is, a penalty is 50-50. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Harry Maguire takes it tomorrow, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
Harry Kane takes it tomorrow, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
So I don't care about who missed and who scored. But let me just tell you this. Was it that time when Totti chipped Joe Hart?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Was that penalty?
Pirlo.
What Euros was that?
Pirlo.
Was it Pirlo?
It was Pinero. It was Pinero.
Right. Well, from when it went penalties, we all knew in our spirits. Oh, here we go again. That's it. We knew. We all knew.
Everybody in the stadium knew.
Enjoy the runners up.
Italy
It's
missed
coming
pens,
home. It's
bro.
coming. It's still
But the
singing.
one
Italy
thing,
missed
yeah,
pens.
Where's the
The
songs?
maddest thing is, you know why you're not capping, yeah?
They're assured.
Where's the songs? I saw crap. I saw Steve-O.
Keep going. Keep going.
I saw Jordy doing a
Keep
freestyle.
going. Keep going.
Where's the songs? I want more.
And Lumos was in the video.
Lumos in the video with the
That's what
Jamaican
fucked
flag.
it up.
Keep going.
What the fuck's Lumos doing with the Jamaican flag in the
What's his name?
Representation.
H.
True.
He's got a tune. England song.
Atomic Kitten came back.
Wait, so I want more.
Southgate.
Runners up, remix.
Run.
Yeah, look, England ain't been runners up. I've never seen England runners up before.
We went too far.
Hey, the
We
runners
broke
up.
in. We started singing at 11. We battered Trafalgar Square at 1 p.m.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
And now we're blaming Saka. We had fights. There was fights, beef on the street yesterday. Everywhere you went.
Everywhere.
I would have loved one of them man there to even step to me. How I was feeling.
apparently-
What, an hour
Yeah.
ago you were
Do
sleeping.
you not remember Rosie and Jim?
Yeah,
I was-
Yeah?
On the
Do you remember
barge.
that there was the water thing
On the barge, yeah.
on the boat?
Yeah.
Apparently,
Barge.
a disabled man in a wheelchair, a black disabled man, was pushed off one of those things. And my thing wasn't really about
Okay.
like the fact that
Is that-
you know,
I
it
think
happened to a
that's-
black
I
man.
heard it.
It's what's the man doing on a wheelchair
On a barge.
on a boat at 11 o'clock at night?
Rosie and Jim in it.
Rosie and Jim.
You want us to win. The England fan with his small little budungle. He tried to do dick slaps. The thing weren't meeting. We don't deserve to win. We don't deserve to win. Let's be frank. We don't deserve to win.
I wanted them boys.
Steve wasted my time with that video.
He took us.
Steve wasted my time. Steve took me and Poet from Shoreditch all the way to Central London. We got off the bus and said, no, we're going too far.
Oh yeah, I was
Then
there.
he met up with Miles in Wembley. We lost.
I saw him by
was
We
accident.
lost.
I was
Steve was to blame.
I was coming from the gym and I saw him. That was Steve. In the video, I might as well jump in quick. And then that was it.
Oh, God.
What that Steve though?
Amazing.
Look, the Euros is over.
Yes.
It's done. Man.
Italy won. Italy won. They were the best team.
100.
I think they'd have probably look France.
They ain't
If
lost in
France got,
30
I said it
games,
as well.
innit?
if France got on the everyone lost in 30 games. If France got on the same page, maybe, but they weren't. It was something weren't right about them. But Italy,
They had beef.
best manager. He's won Premier League. He's won Serie A, and it's a good generation of players. England have got nothing to be ashamed of.
They should be so proud,
course
man.
not, man.
So proud.
Wait, come on. Like Mancini, like you said, one Prem. He's now won the Euros, whatever. Gareth Southgate, I mean, what, Middlesbrough manager?
Did he win anything in his career? Gareth
See,
Southgate?
As a player, I think he won the
League
Coca-Cola
Cup.
Cup with Aston
League
Villa.
Cup,
See,
that's it.
And
I
then,
think you won your Coca-Cola Cup with Aston
and
Villa.
see,
yeah.
what a clot.
What year?
Losers.
95. Him and Ekiyog.
Poet, Loons, you got to remember, listen, when you're managing, staff's important. Lee Carsley and Chris Powell.
I love Chris
Leave
Powell.
Chris
No,
Powell
no,
alone.
leave Chris- no, come
Leave
on.
Chris Powell alone.
Oh,
Why, is that in
I'll
the-
leave
Charlton legend.
I will leave Chris Powell.
Come on.
I will leave Chris Powell to balance it.
No, come on,
But
man.
Lee Carsley. Oh, come
Good head,
on,
but
man.
Derby legend.
Come on. They ain't got
He was
badges.
part
He
of
ain't
the
got
team
badges, I'm
that.
telling
Come
you.
on, mate.
I said.
Hyde Park. early days.
They ain't got Vialli.
I felt like there was a
I
great...
saw Vialli.
That's the
bald
proper
head.
bald head guy we should be. You know what I mean? Vialli and Lee Carsley, that's not the same, man. Come
They
on.
had Led Lombardo as well, by the way.
They had Lombardo.
But they got more baldies.
Oh, man.
And Vialli beat cancer as well, so.
Is it?
Vialli.
Fuck cancer.
What a
Fuck
guy.
cancer.
Yeah, no, Steve Specs, don't follow that one up.
Specs.
Can I say this as well, right? I said this a few weeks ago. I said this.
swear to God, that's what I took all that t-shirts. Cold.
I said this a few weeks ago, right? I still don't. Even though they got to the final after getting to the semi-final, I don't think Southgate's getting enough credit.
He's not, man. He's got a lot to deal with. The amount of things that he has to deal with. And the way he
Remember,
does it so
he
well, bro.
got the job
On technicality.
On a
because
technicality.
not just a technicality. By now, if you look at that first contract, Sam Allardyce
Yeah, I was
should
about
be
to
the
say
manager
Sam,
of the
yeah.
team right now.
Yeah, for real.
Sam Allardyce.
It's a good
You
thing,
think they
man.
get into the final with Sam Allardyce?
Sam Allardyce,
Yeah.
he'll break in the stadium.
Wayne Rooney would have been playing 100.
Yeah, Rooney would still be playing.
Wayne Rooney would still be
pull up
playing.
here.
$1,000,000%.
Now Southgate has done extremely well. He's had a lot to deal with, obviously.
He done well.
Everything. That's
Yeah, his
happening in the
midfield was.
country. He's done well, fam.
Listen, Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips.
Oh, Declan.
Bruv.
And do you know what, Specs?
So
the style
boring.
of football is not attractive to me in any capacity. I find it very boring,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's effective.
It was
And it
boring,
gets them
but it was
past. It's very boring, but
So
do you know what?
boring.
He's looking at his skill set as a coach, I guess, looking at the players that he's got, and he's saying, look, this is what I can do with my knowledge. And he's taken them to a final and lost to the best team on penalties.
And they beat Germany.
They beat Germany 2-0.
And they battered Ukraine. Like, obviously, it's Ukraine, but they at least gave England fans like a game. Because
Listen,
remember,
they were-
after the second game, England fans wanted him sacked because they drew with Scotland.
That's crazy.
And he was playing 2 right backs.
T,
That's the truth.
I'm sure you
two right-backs
said
is crazy, though.
Raheem Sterling shouldn't have started. I mean, before the Euros.
Yeah, no, but
D-Man
what I
said
said
no.
was that my mission for the Euros, if I was England manager, would not be to try and win it. My thing was get the ball, play football. And I think, look, like Raheem Sterling played more as a second striker, which is kind of different to how maybe we talk about him as a
Yeah,
winger.
of course.
But we get to the tactics of it. Yeah, I definitely said I wouldn't have picked Sterling. Sterling had a great tournament. I think, and I said from the first game, we did an episode talking about that first game against Croatia. I said he's been more on the ball than he has been for the last 6 months at City.
100%.
Like, not just running
Well,
on,
I'm
running
gonna
on.
say it, man. Nah, fuck it. Let's just keep it real. Harry Kane, man, might be slightly overrated. I'm sorry.
But then,
that's
all right, can I ask you a question?
Huh?
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Slightly. I
But
said slightly.
Specs, we've already all agreed the system. The system,
He's got-
the
he's got-
system
he's
that
got to clear up
England
his
have, it's going to benefit the defensive players a lot more than the offensive players. Mason Mount hasn't had the tournament
Didn't
that
do
I thought he
anything.
would have had.
Didn't do
So
anything.
I'm not going
I
to
thought
say
he
now.
was very good.
He wasn't good.
I think he's got more in his locker than
No, I'm
what
talking about Harry
he's
Kane.
shown.
I'm talking about Harry Kane.
But I know you're talking about Harry Kane,
think
but I
it's a
just
Mason
think
Mount, though.
he's a victim of playing a system that is extremely defensive. It's never going to be to his.
Nah, that's not true. Against Ukraine, England being defensive.
I think Harry Kane's got.
He slowed them down.
People think I get onto him because he's got no mates thing. It's a joke. I pulled it out of nowhere that Harry Kane probably does have mates in the England team. He probably does. Him and Maguire are probably friends. But I do think he's got a little. I think he's got something to answer for.
He's got something to answer for.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
think.
Okay, no, he's got something to answer for.
100%.
There was one game.
Because the best 2 England strikers, in my opinion, the best 2 England strikers not named Harry Kane were not there.
Who were
and
they?
that was Bamford and Ings.
Facts.
So for Harry Kane to be there, one up.
Bro, what? No, I want to know why people are scared to bring the Bamford Ings
I called
into
for-
England.
I called for Ings
because
to go.
Kane's not blue.
Yeah.
Before the
not blue.
pandemic.
And do you know what makes me upset a little bit? Because Harry Kane, I just felt throughout the whole tournament, obviously he's the captain and so on and so forth, but no matter what he did, he would never get dropped.
That's what I'm saying.
He would never get
See,
dropped. Even
there was
Cal-
a game
never
where
get
he was turning. The way his body was turning, like no joke, he was turning like chunks,
Let's have
and
it.
that's not good enough.
Yeah, but let's have it right.
You
though.
say turning like chunks?
Yeah, no, on the ball.
Well, this
They
year,
were
'cause he's
playing
lost weight.
similar. There was one game they were playing similar. No, the old chunks.
Oh,
When
2 years
when
ago.
they played at Old Trafford with Philly.
Okay, fair enough.
That
yeah.
game.
Let's have
The
it
howler.
right though. You don't want Calvert-Lewin playing.
Who?
No, you want Danny Ings or Patrick Bamford.
No,
Because
who said
Calvert-Lewin
Calvert-Lewin?
is, but he's so close to Harry
He's
Kane.
our only other sub. Let's have it right.
Danny Ings should have.
Yeah, but then it's like I understand where you're coming from because I wouldn't play him, but then why bring him? Because Danny Ings and Bamford should have been the strikers there.
I reckon the tournament started and he said shit. I got no
Who did?
strikers.
Southgate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
But he
some
had
of
a
them
striker.
games, some of them
No, he
games,
didn't.
Kane just looked
Well,
too. He was
could have
slowing
used
things
Rashford.
down.
He could have used
Rashford's
Rashford.
injured,
Too
man.
predictable.
That's English.
Rashford couldn't even-
English fans.
Rashford's
thing.
dropping deep in
Everything.
games.
The guy that's done everything, you start complaining about him.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true as well. But
That's the country.
Harry
but we
Kane's
saw
cool.
Spain versus Italy, and we saw Spain do everything right, but they had a non-striker.
Yeah, they had a shit. They had
And
the rat.
there's a case to be made that Italy faced a non-striker again and then won on penalties the same way they did against Spain. Because look, I'm not saying Harry Kane's to blame, but if the seasons he's had back to back, he's the captain.
Come on, man.
You've got- surely he's gonna
And nobody
Yeah.
picks
at
him
some
up, so
point.
man.
Just,
But this is a high.
Wait, what
Correct
strikers
me
did
if I'm
piss
wrong
me
here,
off,
but
though?
Alan Shearer wasn't having none of it. The fact that he had no touches in the box throughout the whole game.
Lack of things.
Harry Kane.
lack of things.
And as a striker, yeah, I think when I've watched him, I think a lot of players have said, yeah, or a lot of pundits have said, yeah, that he's lost his pace that he had before, like running in behind. You know when.
Hold on. I just saw that your glasses are LV.
Yeah, no, obviously I see things differently now.
I can see clearly now.
Nah, man.
LVs are on.
I'm not letting you slide though.
Why you not let me slide?
So my thing is, yeah, I feel like with Yeah, with Harry Kane, I feel like he's adapted his game, yeah. And we saw last season he had a lot of assists. He was dropping deep. He was allowing players to run in behind. So they was doing the running more than he was, innit? And I think in this team, the players do the running anyway. He's like the last bit of it, and he's deep. So when we're attacking on the wings, we're having to cut in, and no one's in the box. Harry Kane's not in there.
But I think you're being harsh. You're talking about a side that was playing 3 at the back.
I'm talking about Harry Kane's
game.
game.
But alright, cool. Let's take a look at Harry Kane then. He has to accommodate for a defense, a whole team that wants to play defensively. So basically, the keep. Hear me out.
I don't think it's that defensively, bro.
Hear me out. Because at one point, the whole Italian side, apart from the goalkeeper, was in England's half. So I'm saying England plays so deep here. Harry Kane has to come probably deeper than he usually does for his club just to collect the ball. And I'm saying if England just would a little bit more experimental, push forward a little bit more, play with an attacking player in the middle of the park rather than someone that is so defensive minded and is going to sit back, Harry Kane wouldn't be at the halfway line asking for the ball.
But he plays like that for Tottenham though.
Yeah, he's a false 9.
And then you got cussed Jose Mourinho for being defensive as well.
No, but this is the thing though, yeah.
Well, he's got Lucas Moura, he's got Son.
I think if Kane's role, if they said to Kane,
that's his role.
you stay up there, like many strikers, Lukaku doesn't come back.
But stay up where? I've just said
That's why Lukaku's better.
That's why Lukaku's better.
I'm
not blaming Harry Kane. I'm not blaming Harry Kane as well. Because Harry Kane is still one of the best strikers that we've seen in England history. I think for me, he's a very good striker, innit, yeah? But the difference between him and other strikers is the strikers that get a lot of goals, like Lukaku did in this tournament, is they make those runs. They have a link-up play. With Harry Kane, he gets the ball, sets it. That's what we saw a lot this tournament. Sets it. Apart from when the balls have come into the box and he scored.
I don't think the system favours him too tough.
I don't think. Yeah. For example,
if he played for Manchester City, he's not going to be where he is for England.
I think the system's built for him.
Exactly.
But I think
that's what he plays.
I think you build a system around Harry Kane, you'll see that system around Harry Kane.
That is Harry Kane's system. Sterling was Son. That was the Kane system.
But you can't do. I think that with this England
team,
team,
you got a killer though. Son's a killer. That's the difference. Sterling's
a killer.
Sterling's a killer.
Sterling's a killer, but Son is more clinical.
He killed.
I think with Harry Kane, I'm not gonna lie. Harry Kane
Son
actually
more
is. He is a luxury player, and you have to. I think you have to build a team around him.
He's the end product. He's the craze. He's the craze.
No,
because you don't want to take him off.
I think that happened, but I just think as well like the moment just got to a couple players. Like you see, there was a moment, there was a turnover in midfield. Jordan Henderson let one slide through the defense, gets to Sterling over on the left, and you're thinking, I'm looking at it going, if that's Man City, he's got 1, 2 back here. There's so many. He's going to drive it, everything. He tries to let a cross go with his left foot, and I'm thinking, that's not you. That's not you under Pep. That's not. It just maybe the moment just got to a couple of them. If it did. And I don't want to blame players for any of this because they got to the fucking final.
I'm not blaming.
Penalties.
I'm not blaming. I'm saying to
penalties.
Loons.
It's just nitpicking.
I'm just trying to show Loons that listen, Kane's good. I'm not saying his game.
That's
However,
rude. Those are too expensive to be face down on the table.
No, Jordy can pay for it. He's got good tape out.
But I was just saying to Loons that I'm a man where if I see it, I call it. I'm not. Bruv, this guy ain't doing nothing for me. For me to allow him.
You said it all summer.
I've been saying it all
summer.
summer.
The Harry Kane thing,
he does blacker things.
No, this is what he said. This is what Spector said about Harry Kane, right? He said if Morata could finish, he'd be better than Harry Kane.
That's what I said.
You're a man of the moment. That's crap.
You know why I said that?
No.
You know why I said that? You know why I said that?
You're a man
because
of the
for
moment.
me,
Morata
I like.
scored.
Let me talk, bruv. You said,
that?
let me talk. You said, listen. You see me. I like a player. I like a striker that is complete. Morata has more to his game than Harry Kane. Harry Kane. Let me finish. Harry Kane is just his execution. Bruv, movement.
Harry Kane was playing number 10 at one point.
Morata's movement is way better than Harry Kane. Lukaku is better than Harry Kane.
No, he's not.
He's not.
You see what I'm saying? The guy is the craze.
Okay,
they're scared.
If Lukaku played yesterday,
he's the Fraser. Uncle Frankie.
If Lukaku played yesterday,
Peggy's ex.
At least the Lukaku we saw in the tournament, I think you're probably getting a little bit more drive from that team.
But if you're not getting no ball to him, what do you expect?
That's why I like Mancini.
You know what, yeah?
I like Mancini, man.
Lukaku, when the ball gets fizzed to him, his thing is hold, set someone, and make a run.
And you can't get it off him when he holds.
And you're not getting it off him, yeah? I think Kane's thing's separate from him.
Yeah, but then in that England side, when Harry Kane
But
gets
I'm
it,
not
like you're saying,
disputing
and
that.
he
Harry
goes to
Kane,
ball
yeah,
about,
like,
who
if
is
you
he
watch
giving it
football,
to
yeah?
against Italy? Sterling and Mount. All right, Sterling and Mount. The rest of them want to chill at the back. Who is he setting it to? He's got the ball. Who's he going to give it to?
Again,
Bonucci
I
comes,
said,
Chiellini comes.
I think our most effective players were on the bench. Obviously, Foden was injured, but our most effective players, the ones that will create chances, were on the bench, innit?
Which ones?
Grealish, Sancho. And I think Bellingham understands the game of football so differently to a lot of players that I feel like he would have added just a bit more.
I'm not mad at the midfield.
This
I'm
is
not
it,
mad.
you know.
It's
No, but
still
I'm
in.
saying, remember the players got tired, bro. Remember,
I hear that. I hear
Rice
that.
and Phillips were tired, bro.
I don't think Phillips ever gets tired.
Phillips
No,
is
he
running.
was.
Phillips was
Bielsa-
Declan
Bielsa-
Rice got tired.
Bielsa pumped
tired, bro.
something
He's
into his
tired,
loss.
trust me, man. That
Tigo spoke to us about them training regimes at Leeds. I think Phillips is still running
I
now.
spoke to Bamford about it as well, and it's strenuous, bro. It's like his thing's separate. It's all about outrunning the team, innit? But anyway, my point is, I feel like we didn't exercise our bench the best way. I feel like we had options there to actually give the game to Italy and change the narrative of the game.
Of course we did.
didn't, innit?
But we left certain players on the pitch.
But we
like
got to a penalty
Mason Mount.
shootout, and that's how the game goes, innit? I don't think we can look back and say be upset at it. We can be disappointed, but not upset, man.
I mean,
I knew they were.
there's options to change the game, but I just think after the whole tournament that I've seen, I don't think Southgate just doesn't explore that type of football. So for what he's done with this, I think is.
I think in moments he did, like when he used Saka, when he used Grealish. I think
he had
there
no
were moments
choice,
where he said,
though.
"Let's explode into this game." Italy was the best manager he came up against. It wasn't that Germany was probably the best team, but he set out with the three at the back and had a plan there. I forget the plan worked mostly perfectly against Italy. And I think when people talk about Miles is going to say something about Mason Mount in a minute.
No.
Mason
I'll
Mount
let you
is
do it.
one of the things that stops Italy from overrunning the way they should have. Because that midfield of
Verratti, that's a
Verratti,
serious
that's
midfield.
outrageous. And
Serious
then they
midfield.
bring on Locatelli. They don't miss they don't skip a
I'm
beat.
with Tigo.
Tigo, I'm with you, lot.
Mount's
But
got
again,
energy, man.
but that's
He's got
because I
energy.
don't like that system. So the reasons why
I
I
don't
like
love the
Mason
system.
Mount, I'm not going to see it playing for England. So as much as you lot will say under that system he's done very well, yeah, but I don't like Mason Mount for anything that I saw on Sunday. But I'm glad that you can do that. That's not why I care about Mason Mount.
Yeah,
so if you're not
exactly.
going to unlock.
Wait,
the
hold on,
reasons why I
hold on.
care
Are
about
you
Mason Mount,
saying
I'm not
that?
interested.
Are you saying that you expect Mason Mount to ball against Italy?
I've not said that.
not saying that.
I've said
Oh,
I
yes,
think no.
yes.
I've
What?
said
Yeah.
no. I
Play your
said to
game,
you,
man.
If Jordan Henderson plays, I think maybe.
maybe
No,
we
it's
get to
just
see the
no,
best
no,
of Mason Mount.
no, because he hasn't pulled out the whole tournament. So no matter who was in the
It was a
midfield.
weird interpretation of hasn't balled out the whole tournament. I'm not sure where you're
What
coming
did Mason
from
Mount?
with
What was
that.
Mason Mount's
Okay,
highlights?
goal and assist, sweet.
What
I
did he
knew
do?
that's where you were going.
You could
I
go
knew
there with
that's
the
where
goal
you
and
were
assist.
going.
Did he
I knew
put his
that's
Did
where
he
you
put
were
his
going.
mark on this tournament? Has Phillips put more of a mark on this tournament than Mason Mount?
Yeah, but
It's
assist-
easier to do
No,
that
I'm
when you
asking
play
a
two
question.
anchoring
I'm asking-
Yeah.
I'm
midfielders.
gonna
What
ask
are
you-
you
I'm
talking
gonna ask you a
about?
question. What has he done? What did he
Played
do?
well, he played
Saka
well.
came off the bench. The second game, they had to
Again,
bring in
it's-
Saka.
assist-
The first
assist
game, what
guy,
did he do?
assist
Mason
and goal
Mount,
guy,
nothing.
assist and goals.
That's
That's the only
not
thing he
Mason
sees.
Mount.
Talk about
No, I get it, though.
It's
You know
not
what it
harsh.
is with you lot, yeah?
He's going off
That's
what
harsh
one
on
Well,
Mason
people,
Mount.
yeah.
Very hard.
I feel like, yeah. I feel like Mason Mount, yeah, will constantly have to keep
He was
proving
anonymous.
himself, yeah. Will constantly have to keep proving himself, yeah, to people that
Don't understand
like him
football.
or don't
No,
understand
don't-
football.
don't-
Do you know why I say that? Yeah,
don't
because
understand football.
no, you don't, bro. Because if you understand, number one, Chelsea's journey to actually get into the Champions League final and winning it. All Mason Mount. Mason Mount was involved with everything.
It's the
bro.
same
And
thing.
Olivier
So where was his
Giroud, how
involvement?
dare
It's the same
you.
thing with Jordan Henderson.
Where was his
Jordan
involvement?
Henderson as well. I
That's
personally,
all- Harry, that's great for
no,
Chelsea.
But I'm
That's
saying
great.
to you, okay, but
Where
even,
was that same
even,
involvement?
can't do
even
his
for
side.
England, bro, you can't say Mason Mount played poorly. Yes, he should have been taken off earlier. but
Way earlier.
He didn't play poor. No one. I don't think anyone.
I never
in
said
that
he
game
played poor. I just said he wasn't their best
So what's
player.
the point? So why shouldn't he
and
be
the
on the
player
pitch?
that everybody's wanted him to be and expected him to be, the great
How old
Mason
is
Mount,
Mason
he didn't
Mount?
do anything.
How old is Mason Mount?
He's 20.
He did do stuff.
So when did you?
Mason Mount's
when,
older than 20, no?
Even if he's older than 20, 22
22
maximum, yeah, bro. When did we look at a player at 22 and say he's a finished article, bro? The guy
He's
still
not the finished
has,
article, he's far
exactly,
from it.
bro. But at a 22-year-old, he's a Champions League winner. Not a lot of players can say that, and I know he didn't win it on a fluke, bro. Like this England team.
Brother,
I don't
But
think
he's- but you're going-
Miles is disputing any of that. All
You don't
Miles
like
is
Mason
saying.
Mount.
he is.
You don't
Is
like
he?
Mason
Oh,
Mount.
fair
You
enough.
tell me and I'm
No,
telling
no,
them
he's
not.
not.
You said he's not the guy you lot said he was.
Because he
That's
didn't.
what
What did he do
you
this
said.
tournament?
I heard you
Smith Rowe's better
say
than
it.
Mason Mount.
Yeah.
I heard you
Yeah.
say
Oh,
it.
That's what
Miles,
it
you
is.
said that?
No, I don't. No.
You think Smith Rowe's better than Mason
What
Mount?
did I say? I said, and I sat right there. I said Mason Mount is the kind of player that was, which he did for Chelsea, drag his team to a win. He's the one who would drag his team and get the results for Chelsea, which he did. I expected that same player and that same mentality for England. He went missing.
No, don't say
Didn't go
that.
missing.
No,
Didn't go
no,
missing.
that's no, not
You
missing.
don't understand the. I think you don't.
I do understand the game.
I don't think you do.
He's on there to press, like you said, because there's a midfield. There's Locatelli, Verratti, all these
Because England's
guys.
midfield's back here.
Yeah.
And England's 2 forwards are here. So then there's two players that have to compete with Barella and Verratti. And Mason Mount's one of them, and it ain't gonna be getting on the ball and unlocking that side over there where the other forward is.
I don't expect him to do that.
Yes, you do.
No,
It's exactly what you expect.
You don't know football, man.
What do you mean I don't know football? You don't know football. What are you talking about? Get out of here, man. You don't know.
I'm still here.
Miles, I told you don't know football.
It's
all coming out now.
Bro, if you know
He's wearing
football,
LV
some of the
shades.
things you say,
Not even just this game. Not even just this game. Even against Denmark.
So are you saying that Mason Mount had a poor tournament?
He didn't have a great tournament.
He didn't have a great
He didn't have a great tournament.
It was good. It was a good tournament, bro. Okay, so
he was okay, Mason Mount.
So okay, what is your actual point here? That's what I want to know, because I don't think you're making one.
The actual point was that he shouldn't even have started that game for England, I don't think personally, and he should have came off way more earlier.
I think the only thing I agree with you.
Like you said, there's other players.
Earlier.
Because he didn't do anything. There's other players that's on the pitch that's more effective, and he could have got the result.
I think
for
when
Arsenal.
you concede,
Miles,
when you concede the way you do against Italy and the way the England did, and it was a stupid
Didn't
way
do
to
anything.
concede, right? Then and you haven't conceded that many like true goal scoring opportunities. The players you ain't noticing, they're the players that are probably playing the best. What I want to know is who had a great tournament for England.
Raheem Sterling, Luke Shaw,
Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire.
Declan Rice.
Jordan Pickford.
Hold on, you skip one.
Harry Maguire.
Yeah, 100%.
For me, Harry Maguire has proven
Connor
himself
Cody.
as one of the best centre backs in Europe.
No way, man.
What do you mean?
Also, you've missed one.
Bro.
For what?
You've missed
Calvert
one.
Lewin as well, fam.
Now you missed one.
When you
missed
watch
one.
Manchester United, who's the one player that actually looks composed in our defence? Harry Maguire.
Not him.
Harry Maguire. He knows how to. How many times did he step out of defence
And bring the ball forward?
How many times did he clamp?
This is United bias,
players?
man.
No, okay, bro. Because
He had a good tournament, but
No,
he's
because
crap.
he's putting down his other players to lift one guy. How can it be
many
United
players
bias?
like Raheem Sterling for me was as important as Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw was, because without him, no goals, there would be nowhere. He was our best attacking.
Harry Maguire missed the first 2
Defensively,
games, no?
bro. Who is look?
He was injured.
Defensively,
I know, but
John
so they-
Stones looked more composed with Harry Maguire next to him.
worst 2 games, man. We hated them games.
Exactly.
Yeah,
bro.
but how many goals did you concede?
None. So it don't mean no different.
Them games.
Yeah, but I don't think.
No, but
Bruv.
if you look at all the whole tournament, you wouldn't have loved the football in most games. But I think Gareth Southgate
I
deserves the
only
credit he
enjoyed
deserves.
one England game.
It was clear that once England came under pressure, it was clear who the alpha centre back was, and it wasn't John
Yeah,
Stones.
because
It was
I don't get
Joe.
back in his
Harry
position.
Maguire.
Harry Maguire's class.
bro. He's
was
class.
good.
And I just wish. That's why I wish. Stones had a
If
decent
Spurs,
tournament. I
if
wish.
Specs rate someone,
I
can't
disagree
rate
with
them.
that though.
I wish Rob Holding.
I don't
was-
think Harry
was
Maguire's
there.
class, but
That's I
he's
wish.
done well.
So he can
I
win
believe
the
so.
World Cup.
I believe so. I think as time goes on, we'll start to.
There's another player we
appreciate
missed
the
out
fact
as
that
well,
He's
Kyle
a great
Walker.
defender.
Carl Walker was one of the best players for England as well.
Again, people talk about Walker. Yeah,
He
Pisses me
did
off.
great.
He's
for
one of the
England.
shittest
He did great.
players I've ever seen on the ball. If he wasn't fast, he wouldn't be there. And you guys are saying he had a great tournament.
Yeah, but he
Get
did
out
have
of
a
here.
great.
He had a great
He
tournament.
did have a great tournament because there was times.
I thought I was thinking, is it true?
No, of course it's true because there's times.
You know
There's
what, he
times.
said something, and I'm vexed I've seen truth in it, but I actually rate Kyle Walker, and I'm like,
Of course you rate Carl Walker because there's times that
I don't like the
Recovery.
Arsenal.
Because of
His
recovery.
recovery is amazing.
And you need that.
But he's better than that. He's
I'll
more
give
than
him
that.
more
You
than
can't do
that. I'll give him more than that, and that's the
Capping, man.
Germany game.
He's a
He's
leader.
capping,
The
man.
Germany game was super tactical, and that back three had to be very, very,
Stop there,
very,
T.
very
I'm not
smart.
going to give you that. You know why?
Go on.
Because in the Germany game, Gnabry and Sonny didn't start. I don't want to know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And Germany should have
What do
scored.
you mean? What do you mean?
Germany had
Son?
it.
To be so, you
That's
got
their-
to
Gnabry and Sonny?
That's
you
their.
got
Players.
players,
That's
man.
their-
Players,
Are you
bro.
mad? Don't
I
say so.
specs, man.
Gnabry?
Yeah, but he played though. Did they come on?
He's capping, man. Specs is a capper, man.
You want to scream? Huh?
Scream.
I can scream too.
Go on then.
Listen.
Nah, man. Specs, man. You're a man of the moment, man. You
They
said
both came on.
Aspilicueta's world class as well.
You did say
I'm
that.
done with
He is
you,
world
man.
class.
I'm done with. No, he's
I don't think.
not.
I don't think he's lying. I
based
don't
on
think he's
consistency.
I
lying.
love Aspilicueta.
Not world class, bro. He's he's not.
Is Trent better
No,
than him?
he's yeah.
Is Trent better than him?
What?
And look, you see, and Trent, Trent's been playing football how long now?
What?
3 years, 4 years, and this guy's been doing it for 10 years, and he doesn't matter? Fuck you, Loons.
Specs, you might want to tune out.
What's this one?
Racism. If there is one channel
Yeah.
on football in this country that has a responsibility to discuss, unfortunately, what happened after the game, it is ours. We do have a responsibility to talk about it. Yeah. We do have a responsibility to process it.
Yeah.
Can't wait for all you people that get caught. Look, I get it, man.
Yeah, I hear that.
I get it, man. You're mad. But this is not going to say to you. I'm not even going to try and give the racists no knowledge. But I'm such a criminal that I have to do it. Do it from a burner account, you idiots. You're gonna lose your job. Why are you typing these things from Paul Jones? Do you know what are you doing, Paul?
Paul Jones.
We will find you.
Do you know how long ago the riots were in Tottenham? Do you know how much
10
more
years.
10 years ago.
sophisticated CCTV technology's got since
Of
then?
course.
And these guys were getting caught a year, 2 years after the fact back then.
I know people getting caught up until 2016. I know a girl. She was
Do you know what kills me though? Yeah?
probation.
Like, obviously, we've been knowing that England's racist, innit? Like, we've been knowing that the country doesn't really.
The world's racist.
No, but we're speaking
let's
about
just do
England.
England.
Yeah,
let's
we've
stay
been
in.
knowing from the John Barnes, from the Ian Wrights, from the Cyril Regis, all of them have been saying the same thing, that there's been racism within football, innit? It was never going to change. I
John
feel
Barnes
like
never said that, by the way.
John Barnes is a confused black man.
John Barnes is the
Yeah.
top Claffy. Top.
No, he is.
Top Claffy.
He's
I
the
agree.
organizer of
Top
Bounty
Claffy.
football. But anyway, for me, yeah, I never expected anything less than this. I think we're all acting surprised. I think what's the most
That's what I'm with you.
I think the most sad part of it all is that we really love these players, and the Sanchos, the Sakas, and the Rashfords. These are our, if anything, they're our man. Them.
they're
Regardless
our
of what clubs they support, we want to see them win, innit?
Of course.
The fact that they was playing for England and they fucking got racially abused. These times, if not for them, where the fuck would England be? Is what is jarring, and it makes man not want to fucking support England.
No, you know what it is? And
Like,
you see
it's
what when
jarring.
England was not making it to tournaments and that Carlton Palmer, Paul, what's his name? Stones, the one who used to play for Nottingham Forest. Little dead players playing for England, yeah? And England was super shit. I still supported them. I can go and say, it's that white guy's fault. Do you know what I'm saying, innit? I'm not blaming, there's no blame game. We're in it together, we're at it together, innit? It's the game.
One of the things that I think has kept me and Poet as close for the last 8 years, whatever, as we have been, has been a general cynicism. We are cynical especially about football.
Shake my head out now.
Our industry is this is football. This is not our industry. We're not allowed in this industry. Not really. It doesn't like black people. It doesn't. It's every black person that breaks through in the football industry. It's a consequence of the football industry itself being out of control. How the fuck did that happen? They snuck in through the back door. We're seeing
Harry
a lot of
Pinero.
it change in media. Harry Pinero being one, Chunks being one. Then Rio Ferdinand now being as dominant as like I could go on.
Liverpool holler at me because I want to be the fourth.
I could go on, but for me, it's the reason I don't support England. It's because I always know what's around the corner. You could be at your best, and the whole country can be out celebrating. You can be going out. You could be at Box Park. You can be at the game. Everyone can be. We're on the same page. I know how this story ends.
of course.
I always do. And that's why I don't support England. That's why, again, like you say, I support the players.
And I think for the
I
fact-
love those players.
I think I'm at. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, and like you said, a lot of us around this table, probably growing up, didn't really support England like that. Like Harry said, we're more connected to
No,
the
I therefore
players.
did.
No, I bro.
No.
I
I'm
therefore did,
saying,
man. I therefore did.
Yeah, okay, cool. But this time and this generation, the younger generation, we're more invested in England because of the players, the representation that is out there and is playing for Black Britain, you could say, to be quite frank. So when they are doing that kind of fuckery and giving them monkey chants and all this stuff, it's just like
No monkey chart.
No, well, we're not monkey charts.
monkey
Yeah, the monkey
emojis,
man.
Okay.
sending
To be honest,
the
the,
whole
the
messages,
Italians
man.
yesterday.
Serbian shit.
It's fucking,
That's
it's
Serbian.
disgraceful.
The Italians,
Monkey
they had the banana floats, but they kept putting them away. So man kept seeing them pop up and then go back in. Like obviously, I feel like
Is it?
Yeah, bro.
Italian
it's-
football's super racist.
When it goes wrong, we don't kill our own.
Never.
We don't even kill the white. Like you said, Miles, we don't kill. Like if Henderson missed a penalty, I'm not going to kill
don't
him
care.
and call him a white cunt.
Yeah.
But when it happens to us, yeah, it's just
A
like
white
you
what?
said.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was saying.
Carry on, Harry.
But you know what I mean? So like with me, yeah, I'm at that stage right now where I only care about the players because luckily enough, man's been able to kind of meet some of them, and I know that they genuinely was so confident of them winning, and I could tell, you could see the group. I watched a lot of their videos, bro. They actually look like a group, and that's what I feel like we all fell in love with the
Yeah, of
group.
course.
Fuck the actual nation, because the nation has actually proved that they don't fucking like us. These times without us, I don't think.
There's
But
been
not the whole
no-
nation.
I'm
But
speaking. I'm saying the reason why I'm saying nation is because at the end of the day, bro, like no one is speaking up wholeheartedly and
Yeah.
saying anything. You're
Gareth
enabling
Southgate
it.
is.
So it's a nation thing. I don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, but Gareth Southgate has to.
I don't think he does have to.
Of course he has to. He has to
The
address
FA
it.
historic.
It's not
the FA.
Southgate,
The
bro.
FA.
Southgate's a manager.
Listen, no. The FA.
One second.
The FA historically have been very bad at stepping out in front of this stuff. And like not to say Sam Allardyce is not progressive or what, I don't know the guy. You telling me you'd have got the same Gareth Southgate coming out and going, they're going to kneel and arguing with Boris Johnson and going, nope, you lot are lying. You're lying about my players are going to do this. This is what they're going to do. And he goes in an interview afterwards and goes, all we can do is represent what we believe. We could do our bit. Society doesn't have to meet us, but all we could do is our bit. Gareth Southgate, to me, if you're actually taking what he said, he's done more than any authority that I've seen in English football. The FA are actually ahead of the government now. That is the first time I've ever seen that. Like I said, 5 years ago, the FA was not trying to get involved, was not trying to step out for is players on matters of race and like ethics. Now it is.
Yeah, you know what? I understand. I didn't even want to get involved, but fuck it, man. You lot, I hear you lot, yeah, but just please, man, just be honest with yourselves. It's sad that it's even an argument. In 2017 or 2016, whenever it is, Raheem Sterling's racially abused at Stamford Bridge. He now has an MBE. If you genuinely believe that this is all sweet and they really want you to be here and you're really, I just don't get you, wankers.
Who's they though? Because it's not everyone.
It doesn't matter if it's not everyone, Tigo.
It has to matter.
Tigo,
It has to matter.
Tigo,
Because you
Tigo,
could be racist to
one
me and I
second,
wouldn't
T,
say that's
T,
every one of
second.
you.
I can't be racist to you. Tigo, 1 second. Here it is this, bro. Like, every time everyone's coming forward and doing all this stuff, the victims in the situation are 3% of 65 million. Nobody else. The victims of this situation are 3% of 65 million. So if everybody else keeps talking on behalf of the victims on the best thing to do, I just don't get it.
I don't think anyone's has said anything about
So,
this.
but you're saying you don't think anybody else said it. Everything that's
Not today.
Everything that's being dictated and is okayed and is approved in this country to do with racism, none of them will be black. None of them will be black. It'll all be white people doing whatever they feel is best. And I'm just like, what all black people need to accept, and that's all. It's very simple. None of us are English. That's it.
And what does that acceptance bring?
For you to channel your energy in putting it somewhere else, because I'm not entirely sure. I haven't got that answer, but I do know how disappointing it is to see something over and over and over and over again, knowing that it's like now it's a new generation of younger black players going through the same thing, and it's just upsetting, bro. Like on a deeper one, it's proper upsetting.
But luckily,
don't try and be part of a group of people that don't celebrate.
But luckily, we are part of a subculture that is outside of race on some level, which is football fans.
I hear you, but then there's a reality to deal with, Tigo. And like, no matter what, I don't know what happened last night, but I can say, funnily, for me, it was funny. I come out of my boy's house in Izzy. I go to a cab. There's a group of boys outside. Your ends, fam. And I don't even care like that anymore. And they go, one of you lot missed, innit? And I just laughed. And I got in the taxi and I carried on with my life. Because I don't really care like that. But there's going to be some young 19, 18-year-old that's not going to deal with that. That's not going to be happy with that. And all that kneeling on TV and all that stuff, it doesn't mean anything. So you just kind of have to accept who you are. And then you can find out where you're going in life rather than...
But do you know what, Poet? I agree with you. The reason why I agree with Poet, yeah?
It's sad,
is
though.
because I've been saying for a long time, that the causes of actions that we've actually put forward never help. It's like basically what cause has helped? What cause has actually helped that? For even for example, Black Lives Matter.
You can't change the minds of anybody.
Can't, bro, and this is the problem.
No, you can only grow the next generation of people to think different.
We've been growing for how long,
bro? It's
honestly,
growth.
how long?
There's growth.
Okay. But what has been growth though? Because
you've seen growth. We can talk about your growth.
No,
you are growth.
I'm an individual, bro.
Yes, bro. You are an individual as a representation of growth.
Like you said, for example, put it this way. When the Black Lives Matter stuff started happening, how much of the man started getting jobs? Because everybody was putting it on these brands.
But these causes don't work though.
No, the causes, for example, the causes
man
go
getting
back.
Jobs, but the causes don't work.
Go back to.
I agree with Tigo there, bro.
In what sense?
No,
I didn't say that.
I'm saying, bro, these brands, these brands do what they need to do because when the pressure's on.
Okay, but that's a cause working, no?
But no, it's not
Doesn't.
working.
No,
It's not.
everything's
Because
too
what has it
separate.
changed racism?
Yeah, but you
Has it
can't
changed racism?
How
do you change racism?
You can't ask to change, get changing and say, they're only doing it for that.
No one's asking for the change, bro. We deserve to be in these positions. They're
Of
stopping
course.
man from being there. So we get these positions, but the main problem was the racism. That was the main thing we're talking about. Not the opportunities, because, bro, Poet, you created your own opportunity for yourself. Yeah.
There are opportunities that you've had, that we've had as an industry, that have come from the pressure that come from Black Lives Matter and everything else. We're all aware of it, right? But the fact of the matter is, the force of Harry Pinero, the force of Poet, the force of Chunks, the force of that, they were uncontrollable. These are forces that push down doors, that push.
I'm just Harry Pinero because of who I am.
Of course.
Yeah, I've built myself to be. I'm talking about, let's say, another person who's just coming into this game who isn't Harry Pinero and who hasn't got what I've got. Because again, remember, we're all individuals and no one's like Harry and no one's like Poe. We're different from the normal black person who was going to look at this industry and think, oh, nah, man, I've gone for this job. They're not letting me in. They're letting that person in. For example, how much white people do you see presenting that are dead? That could be better, man.
I don't think they get the jobs you get.
No, but obviously, because
that's a skill level.
Man's done a mad job. At the end of the day, and not even to toot my own horn, I'm very good at my job.
100%.
So that's one part of it. But another part is that, bro, like they'll look at a white person before they look at man because it's what they believe.
100%. Look, it's 3% of 65 million.
Then on top of that, bro,
People
like,
want
for
to
me
see
as well,
themselves
I just think,
in.
like, fam, this racism thing, we're asking the wrong questions, fam. We're asking the wrong question. What can we do to help?
I think that's the wrong question. Yeah.
Punch them in the face, man.
Punch him in the face. Yeah.
I'm telling man from now, yeah, if you think any of this shit is going to change anytime soon,
Nah,
when
we
we're
know
asking
that.
Facebook and Instagram and them people to help us,
It's never gonna change
You're
for
just
now.
smoking crack, fam.
gonna change.
Honestly, forget
And the
about it.
killer is, and that's the reasons why I asked like the people not to put too much energy in, because like imagine putting in 2-3 years in something that essentially is not going to change, because in society the problem exists. So therefore it starts from before football, it's before you go to school, it's before all of that. So by the time you've got there, you're already involved in it. So what I'm saying is it's almost an impossible task. You're asking for so much young people to invest time in trying to change something within the country, but when you watch every 25th of December, the Queen will come on fucking screen with all these crown jewels from Africa, and there's nothing you can do about it. She's not going to give any of them back. So the truth is never going to be sorted out. So
You're right, Poe. Here's the twist. Here's the twist. Money talks. Tony Yayo said, money talks, bullshit runs marathons, right?
True.
The Premier League is one of the United Kingdom's biggest exports. The money run. And when the money have to run, then the people with the money going around the world saying, treat us like you treat the NBA, treat us like you treat the NFL. And they're going, we're gonna put something first. We're gonna lead with a conversation here. And that conversation ain't just get out on the pitch and play. Then believe it or not, there is impact to be made. I say this all the time, we live in a very capitalist society.
Yeah.
When one of the biggest drivers of money in this country says racism is a serious topic, we're going to put it everywhere. I know you might think, yeah, the Queen, and I 100% agree with you, things have to change when that
Yeah, but Tigo,
happens.
this is the
When the
problem.
money says change, things have to
Tigo,
change.
I hear you, but then you see the education on racism. Not a lot of people are as smart as some people that understand where it's coming from. So then they think
We don't
changing it-
expect everyone to
But T,
learn,
that's
though.
the problem. Education is all I would
Bro,
want.
literacy is
Education.
low in this country.
No,
bro.
I understand
Like,
that.
education is poor.
No, but not education
for a
from
lot
that
of
sense.
the way
people.
everyone
Education
speaks.
from the sense of just truth.
Exactly.
No, just truth, just knowledge of truth.
man thing.
And like I
Look
said
at
to you,
that.
the
Big
fact I
man
said,
thing. What else?
I don't think in my lifetime it's gonna change. This Christmas, I want to see the Queen come with jewels that are not from this country. Like, the truth is the truth. You're not gonna be in this country.
Yeah, but
let's have
and
a good
again,
time.
me and you were
Let's have a good
cynical.
time.
Me and you were cynical,
I
but
know.
we have to believe in a better future for your children,
And cut.
for your child, for your children, for your children.
Our future kids.
Yeah.
Oh, my kids. Oh, just to let you know, when you lot were talking about all this stuff, I was thinking about buying a new dog.
That's
So you know,
right.
That's just me.
You should
What, yeah?
absolutely not get a dog. But to look, with racism, look, we could talk about it all day. It's not that funny.
Cock and spam.
Apologies, it's not that funny.
Long ears.
But you all owe me £10.
That's facts.
What's that for?
For the sweepstake.
I picked Italy.
T, I wasn't here. When
I
you
wasn't here.
I wasn't here when you done sweepstake.
No,
by
no,
the way.
Jordy, you owe me £30.
What I want you to do is take
agree
out
to
of
this
take
as well.
out of the box park invoice.
Okay.
Me.
No, that's cool. I'll do that.
He's got £10. He bought cash out just now. He's got
Yeah,
euros
yeah.
on him.
I wasn't here, innit? And I got
I
a
don't- I
son.
don't
You got
want
euros on you.
I got a
Shut
son.
You
up.
got change, Tigo.
Take out the box.
I'm not taking your money.
Well, I lost.
Look who's on it. All right.
I'll give you my £10.
England gonna win the World Cup though.
No, inshallah. Inshallah.
Come on, England,
They
win
got
the
a good
World
chance.
Cup, man.
France are gonna break the bank and get a good manager,
Yeah, because they haven't had one for 4 years.
Zidane. They will get Zidane, and
Zidane would be
they will
peak.
go hard for the World Cup.
I'll tell you-
England have got a good chance.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm saying, putting this out now. An African team will win the World Cup before England.
Serious?
I like the sound of that.
Impossible.
There aren't
Algeria
there
would be the
aren't
best.
great African teams right now.
Algeria?
They're not great. They've got some really good players. Not front to back.
Do you know what it is? I think
They've
the last
been-
time Africa had the continent had great teams was when Samuel Eto'o, JJ Okocha, and then players were playing.
And then you know who noticed?
And then on top
England, France, now
Yeah,
they started making transfers.
yeah. So now
Transfers,
I think we're gonna need a new generation of golden football players from Africa for that to happen. Because has the African team won a World Cup yet?
Maybe the racism in this country can actually have a positive effect on that.
You know what's so
and
crazy,
Young players
yeah?
can go, I'm going to pay for Sierra Leone.
Tigo,
I'm
I
gonna
was
pay
saying
for-
that today on my BB podcast on Spotify, and we was talking about the fact that if all the players, because apparently I don't know if this stat's real, but 95% of the players that play in the actual England team are from a different country.
Somewhere down the line.
Somewhere down the line, yeah.
I think it's
And I was
two
looking at the
generations,
England team, and I was looking at previous England teams, and if they did play for their national teams, England would be fucking shit.
Yeah,
So would France.
So would France.
So would France.
So would Germany.
And I think
So
what I'm trying to say is,
Germany,
yeah.
You got bare Turkish
So
players.
it's Italy.
I can look back.
I hate that point. I'll be
Uno
honest, that
is
point
mad.
is so much.
I've always respected when Jamaican man said Uno.
I can't believe this. I just remembered something.
Go on.
After all this talk, boys, today, Argentina won the Copa America.
Well
We don't
done.
give a
Lionel
shit.
Messi.
Yes, well done.
That is the worst. That is worse than the African nations.
100%.
No, it's not.
Go.
It's not good.
Copa 90
No,
was.
it was.
Oh, Copa 90, sorry. Copa
Yeah,
America.
that's terrible.
Fuck
Yeah.
Copa 90 as well. Yeah? Fuck all of you lot. Stop emailing me. I'm
Copa
not working with you.
America was a stinker.
Oh, but you know what I saw though? I saw that after Eusebio died, Ronaldo won something. After Maradona died, Messi's won something.
So we need someone in England to die.
Pele, Neymar.
And someone in England should die as well, apparently.
No, don't say that. Touch
That's
fucking
nasty.
wood.
That's
Touch
nasty.
wood. Don't you dare say that. That's on one of ours as well.
I'd say Wayne Rooney.
That's
Well,
coming out the edit.
Euros is done. Euros is done. Season starts in
2 weeks.
5 weeks, something like that.
2 weeks.
Virgil is back.
Pre-season.
Virgil's back.
Trent is in
we're,
train. Oh,
we're getting into the top.
Konate, you lot have got an amazing centre back with Konate. I think he's amazing.
are you lot ready?
We're,
He's injury prone.
we're getting into the top tens, and club football's back, and we can stop fucking talking about shitty
Neves.
fucking
United are
international.
talking
Hey,
about-
by the way,
Come on, Brentford.
I want to let everybody know. No, I want to let everybody. I'll put my fucking glasses on for this. Yeah.
Go on, sorry.
When I said Sancho's en route, they were laughing at me in the
Say it
DMs.
last season.
I had people like you, poet. I had people like Dan questioning my
Why did
fucking
you put a spec to say
intelligence.
Dan?
But guess what? He's here. JS motherfucking 7. So call me Sir Harrington the first, bitch.
Overrated.
I reckon that was the 80 million at the wrong player still, but he's very good player. Very,
We'll
very
find
good.
a baller, but it's
we'll
coming
find
on.
out where he ranks in the top 10
coming on.
wingers in the Premier League.
Yeah, I can't wait for them. By the way, guys, I'm gonna start being on Filthy more.
He said this last year.
Listen, more than ever.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I'll be
Listen,
honest
more
with
than
you.
ever
Yeah,
last
I
year.
can't lie. Watching you lot, yeah, and I'm not here. It's hard because I know I'd add nothing. But just being here would be great.
IHP, get off the D's, man. You're moving shaky, man. Just pull up. Just pull up, man. Just pull up more. Just pull up. Just pull up. Just pull up, man.
Every minute making a
Pull up.
speech.
I'm coming to your dead show.
And to end the show,
I'm joking. Of course I'm there. I had to say that. That's the only thing I had. But listen, no behaviour show. Be there or be square.
All right, then.
Come on.
to end this show and to end the Euros completely, we're going to let Loons tell the story about what happened in the airport when he landed Ibiza.
Yes. All right. I'm all ears.
Huh? What do you mean, huh?
So I was just gonna check my bags in, and then like someone was just saying,
Bad signs.
your,
Is this coming from
your
my people
aftershave going. Your aftershave is strong. Sort yourself out. You get me? It was Eau de Toilette by Bob Marley. You
Yes,
get
yes,
me?
yes, yes. I understand. Yes. Great fragrance, by the way. Hey, you know what? Yeah, can I just say, wordplay wise,
That was good.
amazing.
That was
I'm not
fucking
gonna lie
good.
to you. Wordplay wise, that's fucking crazy.
Go on, carry
So
on.
go on. You said on the toilet by Bob
Yeah,
Marley.
so he's
Bob
like,
Marley.
sort yourself out, and basically I went to the toilet and put in a Santander. You get me?
Okay.
What's the Santander, boys?
The bike.
The bike! I mean, look, world-class wordplay from Loons. Yeah, fruit pump Pappy, whatever he calls himself these
Allow
days.
it.
Take care, man.
He stopped limping today.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.
I don't care.